Good day, good morning, and good evening to all who are watching this live and who are catching the replay. Excuse me, let me know if you are catching the replay. I'd love to hear more about it and any and all of your thoughts and comments. So, this week is going to be about getting food to the table. And whether pandemic or not, and lots of things around the world that need to be tended to and to watch and to be listened to, I know we've all got our heads and our hearts and our hands full. But that still doesn't diminish, our need for nourishment. In fact, it only accelerates and amplifies that it's really, really, really imperative that we do so. And so this week, I want to talk all about getting food to the table. And when I asked you all this question yesterday on this page here on Tracy Brown RD, when I asked some people over on the Intuitive Eating Facebook page, you gave me amazing answers. I have enough, basically enough of topics to talk about different ways in which we get thwarted from getting food to the table all the time. So tonight, we are just going to talk about one topic. I think we might even talk about one topic a night for the next 2 weeks. That may be something we do. So what I want us to think about for the rest of this video today is the idea about clarity and clarity about what you want to eat. It's really, really hard to stare at an empty fridge or an empty cabinet, or maybe it's full and you don't know what to do with it. And I'm going, to make this video around clarity and what you have available, take into account your food accessibility. And I know it's hard if there's some food insecurity. I know that budgets and variety aren't always the best team, but we're going to do our best this week to address that issue too. So what we're going to talk about today is clarity, because sometimes we have a small food budget, a big food budget, doesn't really matter. It's about it's so hard to know for sure what I want to eat. And I know oftentimes when I ask this question to clients, what sounds good? Like, I don't know. It's just been forever since I've asked myself what I want, or I don't slow down to know what I want. And those are two of the big barriers there that we're going to talk about tonight. Is it's been so long since I know what I want, or I don't slow down enough to even recognize what needs I might have until it's way too late. It's time to eat and I don't know what to do. So I want you to practice this tomorrow, or the next time you have a meal coming up, is to, the thing that we don't love doing is to slow down, really, and to sit on your back porch, on the floor by your fridge if you have to, and just let the floor, I know it sounds silly, but let the floor, looking at the food you have, hold you up. Let the floor hold you up and look around at what you have. And you can have this is a piece of mail that I haven't written down anything yet. I've thrown it away. And sometimes all you have is a Sharpie and a piece of mail. Start to look at what you have. And as you're writing down what you have, you could think about, well, if I could slow down enough here right now, I bet you, from the experiences I may have had in childhood, maybe experiences I've had in treatment, maybe experiences I've had when I was cooking more for myself, that some stuff could come to mind. Okay? And sometimes we don't even know what to do with the things we have, which I'm going to show you some pictures of what happened to me on Sunday night, tomorrow morning on Tuesday. I had some random stuff sitting around, and this is what I made from it. So I want to show you guys how to be very, very tangible and pragmatic with the food you have around. But for tonight, all I want you to do is look around at what you have and put it into some categories. Grain stuff, protein things, produce things, your oils, your fats, and any extraneous other stuff you have, seasonings, whatever. And we're going to start to figure out how to use what we have, and then you look at where the gaps are. But you can only do that if you slow down. If you need more support with it, let me know. We do actually a decent amount of that in my Peaceful Eating group if you're interested in learning more about it. I can put the link below, but we do pragmatic stuff. I know I'm pretty known for the trauma integrated stuff and the body image decoding stuff, but really, we also need to know how to do just the getting the food on the table stuff too. And that can build a lot of safety to be able to do the deeper work as well. So get whatever random sheet of paper you have, get your Sharpie, whatever you can find, even if it's a half nub of a pencil, sit on the floor, have your cabinet supporting you. If you can't sit on the floor, have a chair where you could just look at what you have. And think a little bit more about like with what you see you have, what you might like. And I'll share lots of websites this week around resources that, share some pretty easy stuff that you could just start cooking with tomorrow. But for tonight, look at what you have, and then we need to plug in the holes with what's missing. Okay, so tune in tomorrow. I'm going to show you some photos of like, here's what happened with what I had around, and I made it into something really good that people are like, oh, this is impressive. And I'm like, oh, it was really just like, okay, this is what I have available, and how can I make this, as good as I can. And we made it work, and it seems like it was pretty impressive, but really it was just, how can I make this as appealing as possible to create some satisfaction? And we made it work, and I know you can too. So I will see you tomorrow. If you're interested in more of learning about the Peaceful Eating community, it's below. If you have questions about it, you can message me, and I will see you in tomorrow's post and then the rest of the week's videos. So bye for now.